Can you actually get superhero physique? Is it that difficult? I mean, as a man and someone that really enjoys working out, obviously you really want to get into that physique where you're trying to look like Chris Hemsworth or Henry Cavill, or even the new movie that just came out with Craven the Hunter, the Aaron Tyler Johnson. All these Hollywood actors, they have this physique where we try to achieve it as naturally. Well, at least most people do. So we're just gonna talk about and compare to like what are the realistic comparisons that can be done and achievable results if any of these Hollywood actors fall into this category. If you're at first getting into working out and you're really comparing yourself to all these actors, like for example Chris in Thor movies, obviously he's super jacked, and when you're watching the movie you're like, damn, like I wish I can look like this guy. But see, most people don't even know that all these results are not even achievable depending on the actor we're talking about. In Chris, and in his scenario in Thor, the first Thor movie, he looks amazing. I mean, you can already tell that he has like a really good genetics as of like a base. I would say in the first Thor movie and in Ragnarok, those can be achievable naturally, judging by his good genetics and all of that. Now, there's always a possibility that somebody took performance drugs. And think about it, and it's okay if you're on it, that's fine. But think about it, he's getting paid millions of dollars. He has the best nutritionists, personal trainers, and best drugs he can possibly get. If Marvel approached me and they were like, hey Tango, we want you to do a movie and you have to gain like 20 pounds of muscle, I'll have my pants down, my ass out, ready for a needle before they can even blink. So in his case, last Thor movie that he did, definitely not achievable naturally. But first Thor movie and the Ragnarok, well, I don't think, I mean, he probably did something in that case too, but I think if you have really good base genetics and muscle proportion, I think you can get it done naturally within like a hard work. Definitely not like a 6 months, like a year type of workout. Like this, this will take you like years to, build up to. Now, if we look at Henry Cavill and the first Man of Steel movie, the Superman that he did, I mean, this guy, honestly, out of all the superhero movies and all the actors, most natty looking one. The Greek movie that he did, he was definitely very lean, but you can tell that he walks around like a little bit of like a chubbiness. He has that little bit of like a meat on him. Being a Superman was like that difficult. Definitely hard work, but that is also achievable naturally. Feeding you guys information that what's possible and what is not possible. Mangione, you know what I'm talking about? Indian actor. Nanjiani. If we look at Nanjiani's body and his transformation at the age that he is to compare to like what he looked like previously, this guy, not only I think he took testosterone and some other stuff, there's a very high chance of him taking some type of like shredding drugs, just to lose a lot of body fat because he's lean. Like I'm talking about the single digit body fat. Chris Evans, another one. I think he just looks huge on TV and in the films, but I think after watching a couple of interviews of his, he does say that when people approach him in person, he looks pretty small.
They're always looking at you to have those physiques.
Sure. I feel like I'm a constant letdown. I meet a lot of people on the street.
Not to me, you're not.
I thought you were bigger.
Oh no, that's, you always hear that. It's like,
Great.
are you unwell? What's happened?
So it's most of the time it's also the camera angles. They really pump it up, obviously blood flow. It's gonna be on the screen forever. So you wanna look good. You always wanna look good. But the bottom line is, the reason I'm making this video is it's really good to compare yourself. In this case, obviously comparison is a thief of joy, but it's good to compare yourself to actors, or at least get inspired of someone's physique and you chase after the goal. But you have to keep in mind that sometimes, like for example, like Chris Hemsworth in the Thor movie with CGI, that's literally impossible. That's like a Olympia ready body. If you're chasing towards certain actor or certain person, it's good to get that motivation because that's gonna push you to do better. But you have to keep yourself in check and not to get overly dived into this situation. And most of the times people hop on gear way too soon. Like if you just start working out and like you've just been working out for like even like 2 years and you already want to hop on it, I would say do whatever you want to do, you know, do whatever you want to do, but reach your genetic potential first. There are a lot of people that do steroids and they look worse than people that are natural, you know. And if you're a young guy, young kid, you know, just teenager getting into working out, that's great. You're gonna have a great base. Once you get a little bit like older, your muscles like proportion a little bit, they age like fine wine if you're still working out. And after that, I mean, look, testosterone and all this stuff, they're always there, okay? But then you have to ask yourself this big question. Do you need it? Because think about it. Once you hop on it and you feel amazing, right? You feel energized and you feel so good. But, you know, eventually you have to get off. So if you are not happy with your current physique as of right now, what makes you think when you gain all this muscle and then when you get off, what makes you think you're gonna feel better? In fact, you're gonna feel worse. If you don't believe me, go read all the Reddits and all the people that talk about it and all the people that are on it and what they say when they get off, because they get more fucked up. But anyways, hopefully this short video answered a few questions and just keeping it all fun.